Reactant has been my stage name since I started discovering more and digging more into techno music. I have been playing since I was 16 years old, but I was playing house music under a different alias. And later on, I discovered Liquid Club and I discovered more faster music. And Reactant is a synonym for a type of stimulant which uplifts you, and that is what I wanted to bring during my sets, so it kind of made sense to go with that name. Since I started producing, I figured a bit more my sound, which since I was only DJing, it was a bit of a problem, because I did not know exactly what my sound was, and I was having a bit of trouble finding it. Then since I started producing and I went with almost one sound, even though when I play I tend to go into different genres. But since I figured out my production sound, it was more easier for me to do sets also, which are also on that level and on that same vibe that I produce.
I'm looking for Holly.
Mostly when I play festivals or big events, I tend to plan a set. I am knowing what I'm going to play from start to finish. Then when I'm playing club nights and the ordinary set for me is unplanned, I just pick the first track that I'm going to play and then I just go on from there and we'll see how the night goes. The most that inspires me is hip hop and grime music. I listen to it anytime which I am not listening or producing my style of music. And as you can see in my releases, I tend to use most rap vocals which come from the UK underground scene, and also vocals which come from the US hip hop scene, which is something that I would like to continue doing, given that is part of my sound and part of my niche. I have known Inverted since it was post-COVID. At that time, Malta was kind of in a rut, and especially in our scene. And I met Inverted, we were on a VR party. It was a VR techno party. Then I added him on Facebook. We started talking every day. We shared the same passion. And from there we created Riot Culture. And also from there we continued doing production and we collaborated together. And Talk is Cheap was our very first EP that we released together, so obviously it means a lot. What we bring to the table, me and Dezel, we met by coincidence, but we both share the same skill set. Other than we both share the same skill set, we both have different skills that when we combine them together, especially in a booth, it is something that it cannot be planned for sure. Even when we are playing together, we are too much in sync. Sometimes we will know what we are going to do before doing it, so it cannot, our connection cannot be described exactly. For DJing face to face, the biggest challenge that we found was planning to do the first one, as we did not have basically the whole idea of how it has to go. So we did some research on that. Also, the set, it's always a 4 to 5 hour set, sometimes it's longer. So to choose the tracks, as many know, during our face-to-face, me and Inverted go into genres that you don't see us playing while we play together. So for example, we do the first 1 hour and a half, it's always hard groove, fast, almost hypnotic. Then we evolve into something more harder and faster. Therefore, the set is always evolving and the track selection has to be always on point. So I would say that is the biggest challenge, to always come up with tracks that are evolving in the set and always delivering. The opportunity when Glitch told me I'm playing in the first festival, that was something that I was working for during these past years. Obviously, everyone knows that Glitch Festival is the biggest platform in Malta. Nowadays is one of the biggest platform in Europe, such as a festival, also as a club series. And also, I have been lucky to play most of the Glitch Club series during these past 2 years, and some of the very big ones. So I am very grateful for all of the team over at Glitch. Also, today I am where I am today, not just because of my hard work and my releases, but also because of the opportunities that Glitch have always gave me. They have always believed in me from the start, and that means a lot to me. The Maltese crowd, I think it's a very genuine crowd. You won't find it anywhere. It's a very loyal crowd, not just my friends that come to support me. Also, there are people that I don't know them personally, but I see them every time I am playing. So obviously that means a lot to me, especially when I finish a set. People come to talk to me afterwards. They know what I released, they know what is my track, so that means a lot, that there's a lot of interest. Also, this loyalty keeps me going, and whenever there are times which are rough and I see this type of support, obviously it gives me a huge boost to continue doing what I do. And I everywhere I go, sometimes I go outside of Malta, there is also Maltese people that just come to see us play, so that is something crazy. The biggest issue I see at the moment, I think, is Malta has now become a party island. That is a fact for sure. So obviously there is a big saturation of events, especially on the festival side. And as you can see, many of the events do not give that much opportunity to us artists. I think the only festival that has gave me that opportunity in Malta was Glitch, and there are many other festivals happening which you don't see, not even one local artist or maybe two. I think that is a problem which we are facing, but at the end of the day we cannot do anything about it, because you cannot ask someone to put you in the lineup. But given that these festivals are happening in the heart of our island, I would expect for us artists to be involved in it. So I think that is the major issue that we are facing, as these festivals bring such a lot of exposure, especially with tourists coming in. But obviously these tourists are not being exposure to Maltese artists that much. One DJ which is still under the radar, I would go with Ink. Ink is a hypnotic DJ. He plays hypnotic, groovy, something totally different which I play on. But I have heard him now multiple times play. He's also a good friend of mine. His passion for this is very driving. He does it every day, and I have never heard a set which was not great from him. So I think by next year we will hear more from him. He is also getting more gigs and shows in Malta. So I think by next year Ink will be a good name in that scene for sure. My next big goal is to focus more on doing more international shows. Making my mark outside of Malta is the main thing that I am working on. One track now would be this one.